Okay, so I suck at video games, but I'm learning and I'm getting better with like one hero at a time with my series called Road to Get Good. And one hero that keeps being requested is Junkrat, and he's finally here. I'm sorry this took so long, but we're gonna get good with the rat. Enjoy. So I never had like a super lot of interest in playing Junkrat before. I thought his playstyle was a little odd. Like, it felt like the way you had to do the angles was weird and such. Like, you couldn't just aim straight ahead. But still, I thought the difference would be a little fun. It'd be a fun little challenge. I started out trying to lob like bombs over to try and get to them. Then I was like, okay, let me shoot it at them. And I was trying to do that 1-2 combo where you throw your landmine at them and explode them, but yeah, it didn't go well. But also, per tradition, I was dropped into a losing game for my first round, so maybe this next one will go well. But then someone took Junkrat from me. They stole the rat! Damn it. But I got to Ash game at least. I'm getting better at her, by the way. I've been getting lots of play the games. But I realized while playing as her that switching between her and Junkrat feels like when you swim for a long time, you get out of the pool and your legs are like still feel like they're cycling, you know? Like I just couldn't aim normally anymore. Yeah, like I feel like Junkrat felt so flippin' weird to play. Like I do realize later that I was thinking about it a little wrong, but at the same time, he just felt so different and strange to play. Securing kills was definitely like a pain in the butt, trying to figure out what angles and how to like throw it down my, boo traps and stuff to make them actually effective. I don't know, I just couldn't quite click it. I don't even know how to describe it. I was just kind of like running around and it was chaos and I was just trying to like shoot people and then I would just manage to get like a decent off angle and I'd get a few folks, but I was still dying left and right and I got like half the kills the rest of my team. And then I got play of the game somehow and I was like, okay, yeah, so that's just what you do with Junkrat is you get play of the game even if you're shit. This was like the only time that Riptire worked for me, by the way. I don't fucking know how I did it. Day 2, I pulled out some music and I was just hoping to like, I don't know, I just kept hearing how easy Junkrat is, so I figured after the first day I'd get a good handle on him. I did not. I eventually just shut the music off because it was too distracting. I was still just trying to figure out how the heck to, I don't know, get the right angles or be effective at all. And it was like, I was struggling so dilly-darn much with this character. Like, I kind of figured out how to best use his landmines to get away, but also, like, I would just throw out a trap and hope that someone would walk over it. And I would just, like, I don't know, it was a lot of, like, throwing things out and praying and then dying. Yeah, like, I didn't know how to position. I didn't know how to, like, I don't know, be effective. Like, I watched plenty of videos, and I kept, like, in between rounds, I would go into, like, AI training, just, like, refocus and try to figure out this character. And I don't know why he just wouldn't, like, I don't know, I couldn't figure him out, and it was really weird. And then, like, every time I would try his ult, it would get immediately destroyed, and it's like, oh, this is so painful. I just want to blow people up. I felt so darn good after D.Va, but I was back to, like, when I was learning a brand new character to, like, 2 to 3 kills a round in the first few days. Day 3, I was going in with some, like, fresh tactics in my head. I was gonna try and do things where, like, I put down a trap and put a bomb inside of that, and hopefully I would, like, catch someone and bomb them. Never worked. That never happened. Yeah, I feel like I just could not hold my own in fights. Like, I know that a Junkrat works better at a closer range, just right up in there, at least that's what I've been told. But he would, like, I just couldn't do brawls very well. And every time my trap was triggered, I'd be dead, and I couldn't do anything about it. It'd be so annoying, and usually my bomb would get destroyed by the time my trap was triggered. I would try to, like, shoot around corners and really just, like, you know, protect myself while also trying to, you know, hit people. But it was always just, it was a pain. I don't know. Honestly, like, this bit of the video is going to be pretty short because it's all kill cams. There's, like, no usable footage. Day 4 was honestly a lot of the same issues. Like, a lot of just, like, trying to lob bombs over while also, like, being more direct because I've realized, like, just throwing them over walls just never really got anyone. And it's just, like, I don't know, not knowing how to use my traps and just not figuring it out for some reason. It didn't help that my team was really good, so they would just clear the way of any of the enemy team while I tried to my best to help. And, like, every time I would use my ult, I would just be instantly killed and thrown. And it was like, I was feeling really frustrated and hopeless. Because I always hear that Junkrat is the easiest character in the game, but I was struggling so much. I hadn't improved the whole time. I got 4 kills. So yeah, I only played 1 round because I just wasn't feeling good that day and I didn't want to keep going. Day 5, I started with a quick little, like, versus AI game because I just wanted to refocus my brain, practice on a more basic level, and just really warm up. You know, I think this intro is so funny until it happens to me and I'm like, man! Yeah, and, like, at the beginning of Day 5, I was having a lot of issues. It was still the same thing of just not figuring out the character. He's feeling weird. I don't know what to do, you know? And then, like, I fucked up my ult again, and I was just, like, you know, joking about it in the chat. And weirdly enough, people started being nice. People started giving advice in the chat and being really encouraging and sweet. And like magic, something clicked. Suddenly I was pressing the right buttons and I was positioning myself in the right place and I was getting kills and I was doing a good job. And, like, the enemy team that they were, like, the people encouraging me were on the enemy team and they were cheering me on and being like, look at you go! And I was like, oh my god! Yay! The enemy team is rooting on me because I was like, I'm learning, I don't know what I'm doing. And they gave me a bunch of tips and I got a bunch of kill streaks and they're, like, cheering me on.
I'm amazed that that's Overwatch. I swear, we get the nicest people whenever we're in your game.
Yeah, and I don't know why that made it click, because a lot of the advice was stuff I already knew, but for some reason I don't know if it was just like a psychological, like, oh yeah, you believe in me, where I knew what to do. I knew where to put all my traps. I knew where to click. And one weird realization I had was aim like nothing's different. Don't, like, think about the arcs of everything. Like, try to just aim like you're trying to shoot straight. And somehow that helped a lot. I was surviving encounters and I was winning them and I was constantly on fire and I was getting kills and I was just having such a good time. Something worked. I don't know, I was just like, I was becoming a force to be annoyed by, and we were winning games and it was just going well, man. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the need to apologize before each round about how badly I play the character either. I was tearing through enemy teams like they were flipping nothing and just kind of, like, taking care of nuisances and just being like, ha, fuck you, asshole. And of course I had, like, killer teammates. I mean, I had a Mercy who just, like, wouldn't quit. She kept me alive even if it meant dying. And finally, I was also just figuring out how to lob bombs blindly into a little place and just actually kill people. I was solo ulting supports like a true Junkrat main. And yeah, I'm not a perfect Junkrat, and it took me a while to get to this point. But I felt like I was doing pretty darn good, and even, like, playing by myself, I would get play of the game after play of the game and actually feel like I earned it. And I do like this character. I don't think he'll be part of my rotation, but I am glad that I played him because it was such a struggle to get good with him, but it was really satisfying when I finally did. Something like finally worked, and it was just, I was just happy about it, you know? Let me know any other games or heroes you want me to play. There's lots of Overwatch, but there might be some Team Fortress 2 coming. Wow. Also Ramatra. Ramatra is in the works right now as well. So, subscribe, do all the cool algorithm things if you like this video, and just like help support the channel. Bye!